Hello. Good morning, everybody. Just want to make sure that I'm going through okay and that people are able to jump on live. It's bright and early here in Seattle, 8 o'clock. I'm even coming live before I drop my son to the bus. So, hello, everyone. Happy Tuesday. Don't normally come live on Tuesdays. I do sometimes not. It's one of those, days where if I have got time, I'll jump on live. But if you'd like to know the state of yours or your child's gut, an at-home gut test is a great place to start. And the one I'm going to tell you about today is almost completely free. It actually only costs a cup of corn, probably not even a cup of corn, but that's all it costs. If anyone's interested, give me a me in the comments if you'd like to know more. I know that I would have loved to have known about this free gut test when I was going through this with my child. So drop a me in the comments if you'd like to know more. Now, I'm Dana Kay, your ADHD health practitioner, and today we're going to talk about an at-home DIY gut test that can give you a really good starting place to figure out the state of your gut, or obviously we're all here for our children, so your child's gut as well. So I'd love to know from those of you tuning in either live or via replay if you've ever heard of a gut transit test. Now, if you're on my email list, you might have heard of that. But if you're not, you might have not. Now, let me know in the comments if you've heard of this or not. Hi, Teresa. Thanks for tuning in. Totally okay if you've never heard of it, because we are going to explain it in detail today. Now, a gut transit test shows how quickly or how slowly food travels through our digestive system before it is eliminated through the bowels. Now, this test can be really eye-opening because it can show if food is moving too slowly through the digestive system, possibly indicating an imbalance of gut bacteria, a buildup of toxins, or some other pathogen or parasite, or I know, it's gross. Or if food is moving too quickly through the system, possibly indicating that the body is not absorbing the nutrients like it should be. Now, the body needs to absorb its nutrients from the food that we get because it needs to go to the rest of the body. It needs to go to the brain. Now, why is the state of the gut super important? You probably hear me talk about it all the time, but especially in relation to our children with ADHD. And that's really because of the gut-brain connection. Now, our brains, as I talk about a lot, are deeply connected to our guts. And if our guts aren't functioning well, our brains won't be able to function well either. ADHD symptoms can become worse when the gut isn't functioning properly. So what can you do to help reduce ADHD symptoms naturally? Anyone guess? Drop it in the comments. Well, I won't leave you hanging too long, but one of the ways to naturally reduce ADHD symptoms is improve the gut health. So this test is a great place to start. I especially love it because it can be done at home anytime for pretty much no cost, just a cost of 1 cup of corn. So here's how to do it. So step 1, you eat a cup of corn. Non-GMO organic corn, I will say, because that's a story for another day, but make sure it is non-GMO organic corn. And you want to eat it away from any other food by at least 1 hour. So step 2 is to write down the time you ate it. Step 3, when you have a bowel movement, watch for corn kernels. When you see these kernels, write down the time of the bowel movement. And then step 4, compare the time that you ate the corn to the time that you passed it. Note how many hours have passed. Okay, hope this is clear. Now, step 5 is optional. You want to repeat this test a few times over the course of a month to get an average time. This average will be more accurate than a one standalone test, as there are a number of variables that can affect how quickly food moves through the body. Now, you might be wondering, what's the ideal amount of time that it moves through? Is anyone already asking that questions? So I'm probably reading your mind. This is such a great question. Now, the amount of time from when you eat to when food exists or exits the body is ideally between 12 to 24 hours. Less than 12, your body is likely not absorbing enough of the nutrients from your food. More than 24 could mean you're constipated or battling one of the other issues that I mentioned above. So you've done the test. Now what? And I will say it'll move through the body of the kids a little bit faster than it will an adult because there's less bowel that it needs to go through. Now, if you've got a slow transit time, a few at-home things you can do to improve slow transit time include drinking more water, eating foods that are rich in fiber, exercising more, working to improve the diet, so eating more whole, nutrient-dense foods and healthy fats, and eating less processed foods. Now, magnesium citrate can also be beneficial. Hannah, ew. Yes, I know it's pretty gross, but it will tell you a whole lot of information. Now, slow transit time is not normal, okay? It could be the result of an underlying hidden stressor like a parasite or bacterial overgrowth. You might want to consider a more in-depth gut test for your child if that's the case. Now, my team and I would be very happy to chat to you about this, and I'm going to pop a link to book a free call into the comments below. Now, what if you have fast transit time? Okay, transit time that's way too fast is also problematic. As mentioned earlier, it can lead to nutritional deficiencies and it can also indicate a more serious condition. Now, my recommendation is to contact your doctor if you believe your transit time was way too fast. You'll want to rule out any acute digestive issues with them. Oh, Hannah, yeah, corn can be nasty, but it is one of those things that will survive digestion because it, and you'll be able to tell doing this test. Now, other things that can help are improving diet, eating more fiber, and taking a probiotic. Now, the DYI gut transit test is a great place to start with your child with ADHD because it gives you a great idea of how their bodies are digesting food. But I recognize it can be confusing. That's why I wanted to offer that free call with my team to talk it through even more. If you'd like to take me up on that free offer, schedule that free call using the link that I'm going to pop into the comments below. But that's it for today, guys. If you've got any questions that have popped up from this video, I can't see any questions on there now, but if you do pop them in the comments, I'll swing by later and I will answer them for you. But guys, hope you have a wonderful corn eating day so you can see what's going on in your kiddo's gut. Take care and talk soon.